5566.
News.
Today's the start of a 5-day hearing in Utah about what evidence can be introduced at Charlie Kirk's accused murderer Tyler Robinson's trial. A Georgia teacher suspended over social media comments about the murders reached a settlement with her school district.
The Southern Poverty Law Center announcing its client was awarded almost $300,000 in a settlement with their school district following her indefinite suspension shortly after the murder of Charlie Kirk. Michelle Mickens had posted to her Facebook page that the world was safer without the Turning Point USA founder who was assassinated. She called him a horrible person, a fascist full of hate for anyone who is different. The school district has not commented on the settlement, but the SPLC issued a statement saying the case illustrates that public school employees, including teachers, have a constitutionally protected right to free speech. Sue Guzman, Fox News.
House Speaker Mike Johnson says he'll do what he can to get the Save America Act passed, requiring photo ID to vote in federal elections and proof of citizenship when registering to vote.
President Trump, during his July 4th speech on the National Mall, again stated his intent to pass voting reform. Speaker Johnson said on Fox News Sunday he'll stick to his plan to get that done.
We have done this in the House now 3 times already. We're going to do it again. And I'm going to put it in a reconciliation bill so that we can get it through the Senate. The problem is there's only 53 Republicans in the Senate.
That measure would need 7 Democrats to join Republicans to get it through. Speaker Johnson said because he believes Democrats allow cheating in elections is why it won't get Democratic support. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Michigan State Senator Mallory McMorrow has dropped out of the Democrats' primary for U.S. Senate in a race that's now down to Congresswoman Haley Stevens. She's considered the more establishment candidate against Dr. Abdul El-Sayed, supported by the party's more progressive wing. I'm Chris Foster. This is Fox News.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's all-American truck headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
You're listening to 710 KURV. Happy America 250. Yeah, we celebrated our independence for 250 years over the weekend. Hope you had a safe and wonderful weekend. I'm Zach Cantu for the Valley's Morning News. That news is service of Jay Gonzalez, injury attorneys ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH. And South Texas, though, not faring well in a new ranking of educational attainment in America. Wallet Hub recently compared the 150 largest metropolitan areas in categories like school system quality and attainment of diplomas and degrees. The McAllen Edinburgh Mission area ranked last in educational attainment and next to last in the overall score for most educated city. The Brownsville-Harlingen area was ranked 148th overall, while Corpus Christi came in 140th. City of McAllen planning a new park on the north side. The city has purchased 26 acres of land for a proposed park near Lark Community Center. The city is still working on the final design, which could include an Olympic-sized covered swimming pool, a dog park, and a recreation center. They hope to have the park open within 2 years. At least 2 South Texas families can now claim to have children born on the 4th of July. South Texas Health System McAllen says a baby named Olivia was born at 9:41 a.m. on Saturday. South Texas Health System in Edinburgh reported the birth of a baby named Carlos just after 11 a.m. on Saturday. Hospital officials say Olivia arrived about 3 days early, while Carlos was about 3 weeks ahead of schedule. On to Texas news. Texas may overtake soon California as the top market for new car and truck sales. The market research firm J.D. Power found that California's total market share of new vehicle sales fell to 11.4% in the first quarter of 2026, while demand in Texas rose to 10.8% of the market. The shift reflects Texas's population growth and California's decline, plus the relocation of both Toyota's and Tesla's headquarters from California to Texas. If Texas takes the top spot in new car sales, its drivers will influence automotive trends nationwide. You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV, Valley's Morning News for Monday. And AccuWeather this hour made possible by Martin Farm and Ranch in Edinburgh. We're joined by Jason Caterina from AccuWeather for your post 4th of July forecast, and pretty much the same thing from last week. I'm not going to lie.
No, it's pretty much.
I have to check the date every day, Jason. I have to check the date every day to make sure. Wasn't this yesterday's forecast? That's how it feels like sometimes.
Yeah, no, really rinse and repeat for much of this week. Real quiet for us. Second half of the week, there could be sea breeze, thunderstorm popping up here or there, but realistically, pretty dry throughout the week. Just hot again. Temperatures will be in the upper 90s, low triple digits today, mid and upper 90s, near triple digits tomorrow. Then it's mid 90s to low triple digits Wednesday, and upper 80s to mid 90s Thursday with sun, some clouds, and then it's back to the 90s, all 90s on Friday to near the triple digits, but not quite there. We should fall just shy of it on Friday, but each day toward the second half of the week, we'll start to have the chance, like a 20% chance, really not a big deal, but for some of those sea breeze showers or thunderstorms to fire up at times in the afternoon.
And I see we triggered the KURV heat alert made possible by Lee's Pharmacy. So we're not leaving that Oh, I've never experienced this. Is that bacon sizzling? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's the heat alert.
That's me frying eggs on the hood of my car is what that is. So we're past 100 for the majority of the week this week, huh?
Some spots will hit the triple digits pretty much every day. Again, Thursday looks to be the only day that really is kind of in question as far as the triple digits is concerned, but we'll be close, just probably falling a degree or two shy.
All right. For tropical coverage 2026, made possible by Mike's Plumbing, Electric, and AC, Lee's Pharmacy, Vega Roofing, and the Ochoa Law Firm.
All quiet in the Atlantic for the next 7 days, and looks like maybe something trying to get formed up in the Pacific, well off of southwestern Mexico mid-month, but that wouldn't have any direct effect on the mainland or us at this point.
All righty, we'll have another chat next hour. That's AccuWeather's Jason Caterina from AccuWeather joining us on News Talk 710 KURV. Back to the mighty Republic of Texas. A thorny debate over minimum wage back in the spotlight. And the city of Corpus Christi continuing to fumble attempts to solve their water crisis.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, Jay. No, there's nothing. It's not on there. Hold on. Read it again.
Oh, there was a technical glitch. I apologize. We got our wires crossed this morning. It's okay. It's just that summer heat. You know what I mean? It's messing with the mix here. The city of Corpus Christi continuing to fumble attempts to solve their water crisis.
The city is poised to run out of water due to a drought. Congressman Michael Cloud told town leaders that the federal government has tens of millions of dollars in grants waiting to help.
Currently, there's about $120 million bucket that's there that could go to applications.
But a divided city council traded insults before voting against even applying for the federal grants. That puts a proposed desalination plant, which would have provided a drought-resistant water supply, even further in doubt. Michael Board, News Talk 710 KURV.
You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV, Valley's Morning News for Monday. We got lots of great, interesting discussion on local topics coming up.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. If expanding your footprint is on the agenda this year, consider the strategic advantages of Harlingen, Texas, your gateway to the entire Rio Grande Valley. The Harlingen Economic Development Corporation is ready to support your launch, relocation, or expansion with tailored resources designed to move your business forward. Located in the heart of the valley, Harlingen offers a powerful vantage point for reaching customers and markets across the region. As a designated hub city, it delivers all four modes of transportation: road, rail, air, and water, giving companies unmatched logistical flexibility and quick, low-congestion access into Mexico through the Los Indios International Bridge, providing a clear edge for manufacturing and distribution. From renewable energy and aerospace to logistics, healthcare, advanced manufacturing, back office operations, and retail, opportunity is built into the foundation of Harlingen. Explore what's possible at harlingenedc.com. That's harlingenedc.com.
We're the Rio Grande Valley's home for Houston Astros baseball. We're News Talk 710 KURV.
That's right. You're home for the Houston Astros. It's 710 KURV. Weeknights, weekends, all season long. They're on the road against the Washington Nationals. We got pregame at 5:15. That's Astro Lunch, made possible by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
Have a dear friend back in the studio, Maricela De Leon, with RGV Lead, CZ Executive Director, and for folks working for a living, driving to work, whatever they're doing right now, listening to the morning news, Money. Welcome back. Okay, so folks, RGV Lead, what is it that your organization does?
So RGV Lead is better also known as RGV, Linking Economic and Academic Development.
Okay.
We work closely with our regional school districts in the Rio Grande Valley to prepare our students for the global workforce. We prepare them academically and with college and career readiness.
Linking, that's the first, I should have written this down a long time ago. Linking economic and academic development. Your focus is to, in previous conversations, the best way I could describe you in one of those quick 30-second elevator descriptions would be you're trying to find pathways to careers, exposure for young folks in high schools, especially, give them exposure to different types of careers. And and I know you got several initiatives. Before you go flesh out some of the initiatives, tell me about the DC trip. You just fresh back from the nation's capital. We're pressing the flesh and talking about workforce development and your program. So takeaway, how did it go? What'd you do?
So we took a delegation of RGV Lead leadership up to DC in partnership with the Rio Grande Valley Partnership. We were so grateful as part of our strategic positioning for the organization as we try to re-engage ourselves with stakeholders in the Valley. And we felt that it was the best opportunity for us to be there with all the business and industry folks of the region as we shared and highlighted some of our best priorities of every organization. And we were able to meet with the Department of Education. We were able to visit with Department of Labor. We were able to visit with Congresswoman Monica de la Cruz. And we were just able to just share what RGV Lead has been doing in the Rio Grande Valley for the last 33 years. And I think that in itself is just so empowering as we have collectively over the years been engaging and supporting our students through our member districts on preparing those students for their future careers. And we've been very intentional in that, and we're very hopeful to continue that going forward.
Last I checked, you're working with almost every school district, like a huge chunk of Region 1. Like how many school districts do you have under your belt right now that are working with you? 20. Yeah.
Yes.
That's about almost 2/3. Ivas?
Yes.
You're getting close to that.
We got 20, and it's really good to mention though. I'm getting ready for the next academic year.
Yeah.
And some of our major school districts have already renewed, and so very thankful for PSJA, Vanguard Academy, La Villa, South Texas ISD, and all of those, and Wesco ISD, and Edinburgh School District. So they are all part of what RGV Lead is about. It's for our students. We are here to enhance what our teachers do in the classroom. We want to do what they can't and help them so that our students can succeed.
Yeah.
And we genuinely just love doing that for them.
Maricela De Leon is the executive director for RGV Lead. It's literally the link, the bridge, economic development efforts and academia, education, high school kids, exposing as many as we can to relevant careers and trades. And I know you got some initiatives that you're working on right now, because now more than ever, we do need that synergy between education. We need those bridges that you're creating from education to careers that exist now, and they're screaming, yelling for more people in there. So I wanted you to say something to a superintendent or somebody in leadership at various school districts, maybe some folks that you've already spoken to, you're waiting on them to make a decision. Why should they commit to work with you to create those paths of exposure and maybe some partnerships, or maybe get these kids out there to get their hands dirty and exposed to some of these areas? Why should they work with you this year?
They should work with us because we're all about our students of the Rio Grande Valley. We genuinely care about every student who is in our school system here in the region, and we just want to make sure that we are synergizing with each other, connecting industry and education, our school districts with potential opportunities in manufacturing, engineering, or in the health sciences. We've identified the top industries in the region to include health science, business marketing and finance, and architecture and construction. We also recognize, too, that there is a need, a talent and workforce need within the logistics and transportation industry as well. And so understanding the economic need of the region and the workforce pipeline that already exists, that the state of Texas is already investing in, we want to make sure that, hey, CTE directors, superintendents, we're here to continue to support your efforts and get students into a career of their choice. We provide diversity, opportunity. We empower our students to make those decisions. Some of them are curious, some of them are scared, but the best part of RGV Lead is that we work directly with our school network and to making sure the experiences for the student is empowering for them and their families.
Like you are developing industries with leadership in various school districts for our children to be exposed to, like you mentioned, what you have already worked with and set up in health sciences or legal or manufacturing that's developing on the even on construction side. Cybersecurity, you had mentioned. You would need partners in industry as well, businesses,
I will
right?
be. So I've actually had some conversations with some IT industry partners that are very well known. And we're trying to figure out how can they invest in the area. And if you are paying attention to information technology and those conversations surrounding that, one of the biggest questions is infrastructure. And I'm optimistic. I'm very optimistic that the cybersecurity workforce pipeline from the bottom, from local level, state to federal, we want to make sure that when we're talking to those state, federal partners, that our students are aligned with national models that those federal partners are looking for. We do recognize that TSTC has a really robust cybersecurity program, and I'm hoping to reach out to them and solidify a plan of action to creating that workforce pipeline with our students and the districts who already have an information technology program of study in place. It's just about strategic positioning and the synergies that have developed and that exist, and just being able to leverage those going forward. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
If somebody is with an institution that is one of these that we mentioned, could be allied health, could be cybersecurity, could be software-based manufacturing, they contact you and start a conversation on how to bring, and some of the programs that you've mentioned in the past, you've provided very talented kids, very talented young people, and they really get engaged in the projects that they get involved in. And I would imagine that in the past, some of these kids had done the pivot from the projects that RGV Lead, you help to lead and create with industry. Maybe some of these kids have been sopped up by some of these businesses,
Yes.
right? Like entry level, and okay, you were exposed now, we'd like to keep you, right? That's a good way to
Yes.
find good people, I would
It's
imagine.
a really good way. We, through our Innovation Hub program that we held back in the spring and fall, students work directly with small businesses in a program with our board president. He is a marketing professor at UTRGV, and we integrated that within the marketing program there in that institution, where students work directly with the industry partner, and in the end, provided them their strategic, capstone project that they worked on, their findings, and probably most, if not all, some of those students were given opportunity directly with that industry partner to continue employment with them. And I think that's just very telling of the significance of engaging businesses and industry with the student talent that exists to fill those workforce gaps that may be needed, and being able to be a part of that is an opportunity that wouldn't have existed for that student. You know, you find students go to school and try to figure things out, but we are very intentional, and we make sure that we're exposing students to that opportunity now so they learn from it, and then they're able to navigate it with us at the same time.
It's a call to action for various industries in South Texas. I know a lot of managers listen to KURV, a lot of business owners listen to KURV, and whatever it is that you do, but we definitely now more than ever, because of the way the economy is growing these days, it's amazing, wonderful times that we live in South Texas with economic growth just left and right, just everything's popping. And we have a talent pool, we have a young workforce, and we have a population of youth that are very talented, very gifted, really smart kids. And this is a perfect bridge. That's the way I see it. Yeah. Your organization, RGV Lead, is a perfect link and bridge to get from the high school level right now, working with like 20 plus high schools that you have right now. You could work with more. It's a call to action to the high schools and the school districts to get involved with RGV Lead, to create that pipeline for these verticals to get into various industries through various projects that can be created by RGV Lead, to get these kids exposed to real life situations, real life projects, and network with decision makers and owners. And at the same time, for industry, call RGV Lead and say, Marty, can you help me connect to a school district? We got this. We like to tap into the smart kids, the ones that have passion for work, and get into that so that our kids can fill those jobs that are coming at us at light speed, it seems.
Yes, so we do have an industry council committee. So if there's any business owner that would love to explore what being a part of RGV Lead is like, and what their business can do to impact a student success, they can go to our website and fill out a form, and we'll include them in that industry council committee, and any future events that we have and or projects that we're working on, we engage with them to connect them with those students in alignment with the program of study that students are part of.
When you spoke with folks up in DC with Education Department, Labor Department, is there something else similar to what RGV Lead is doing in the Valley in other markets, or are we unique?
We are very unique. We do align our programming, our services. There is a component of work-based learning that's integrated into our project-based programs that we have and we implement. And so work-based learning systems or models are so important and crucial. That is how our program of studies in Texas are aligned. RGV Lead is just so unique, even in the state of Texas. There's no other organization like us that exists statewide. So we have been so intentional in making sure that we're producing a national model so that the rest of the nation can see what we've been doing over the last 33 years and be able to implement this in their community. And that's kind of the direction of where we want to go. And the partners that we met up in DC, you know, they love the engagement. They love the opportunities are existing for students, but they also recognize there's so many evolving trends in industry that are changing. And for them to hear that we're able to evolve with those changes as well, so that we're providing up-to-date career opportunities for those students, so that when they graduate, they're not going into something that's unknown. They're going into the current state or the current reality of that industry. So they're fully prepared.
Quite the resume enhancer. And going back to, I know it's a reality, maybe exposure and networking where they get the jobs immediately
Mhm.
because they already met managers and owners of various industries, legal, criminal justice, manufacturing, cybersecurity, health, allied health, even on the construction side. And we'll look forward to speaking with you about that near future because we need a lot more people
Yes,
in
we do.
construction. Look, I just got a few seconds left. I know you'd mentioned to me that you want to do like a summer camp.
Yes.
Okay, so describe it for me. Who would be perfect for this? What do you have in mind in July?
So we had started conversation regarding supporting the construction industry
Okay.
and providing providing an experience for students to be engaged who choose architecture and construction as their program of study.
Yeah.
So this summer, I know it's it's around the corner, but I'm a very ambitious person, and if I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
But in July,
That I have no doubt. I thought you were going to make reference to the 100+ degree weather. Putting those kids out there, hammers flying. Oh, querías más? Okay, pues órale, éntrale.
No. So we want to. They need to see what the industry looks like. I
Yeah.
think they have a perception of what being a construction manager is, but they need to fully immerse themselves in the industry and what it actually looks like. And there's some construction industry folks here in the Rio Grande Valley that are excited and looking forward to exposing our students to that right before the start of the next
Yeah.
academic year. And I think they are definitely going to like it. And getting prepared to getting their hard hats. So I might be putting a request for donations for hard hats.
For some equipment, right? All right. Well, it's linking economic, and we see the development now, economic development and academic development in the area. For you in industry, get a hold of Maricela De Leon from RGV Lead. For you guys in education, high school level, get our kids out there, get our smart kids out there to learn various trades and create these projects through RGV Lead. And if I was a kid, I would want the overnight gig where they're laying foundation and concrete like at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, that's nice, and it's much cooler than 110 degree weather. I'd be doing that one, then eating my tacos at 6 p.m. For breakfast or lunch. I guess for that. Good to see you, Mari.
Thank you.
Come
Thank
back
you
and
for
see us. So
having
keep
me.
us posted on some of the projects coming up.
Yes,
this
definitely
year.
will.
That's Maricela De Leon, Executive Director with RGV Lead.
You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV. News, a service of Jay Gonzalez. Injury attorneys ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Tesla is pushing the limits of what is allowed on Texas roads.
The company has started testing robo-taxis in Austin that do not have a steering wheel or pedals, and experts who've been tracking the industry say that's a concerning trend. There's no way for a human to get behind the wheel if there's an emergency.
That's going to bring about an entirely new level of potential problems.
Attorney Trey Gober says there's been a long string of cases involving these cars breaking the rules of the road, and a newly filed lawsuit accuses Tesla of defective design after a fatal crash into a Houston area home. Michael Board, News Talk 710 KURV.
I should add that Elon Musk did sound off on that incident, and he says there's absolutely no way that could happen. Plus, Tesla does take in a lot of stats on stuff like that, which is fascinating. So I'm sure they're going to bring some very interesting information to the courtroom. You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV, Valley's Morning News for Monday. We got to check of sports coming up next.
You want some good, satisfying breakfast, delicious breakfast, something you could sip and get a bite into and wash it down with some black coffee or maybe a little bit of cream and sugar in that coffee. I'm talking about breakfast tacos, breakfast patos. That's the signature name. The breakfast patos, the tacos at every El Pato restaurant. I know you drive by several of those on the way to work. Well, phone it in. That way it'll be ready for you. Just get out of the vehicle, go get your bag. Or there's nobody in the drive-thru. You can drive through there and get your bag and go to work. Be the hero. Take several for the gang at work. Breakfast tacos are so delicious. They're fresh. They smell so good. They're so beautiful. They taste even better than what they look and what they smell like. It's mama's recipe. It's grandma's recipe. It's El Pato. Breakfast tacos, potato, egg, bean, cheese, ham, or bacon, or some chorizo, or barbacoa. Try barbacoa with refried bean and the red salsita. It's so good. Right now at every El Pato restaurant, 2 enchiladas, cheese or chicken enchiladas that are so good. Rice and bean, the big fat fajita taco, the pato, plus the drink, an amazing $9.99 for a limited time at every El Pato restaurant.
When it comes to livestock fencing, the folks at Martin Farm and Ranch believe that if you do it right, then you only do it once, which means by utilizing high-quality materials like Stay Tough fence products and Martin's expertise in fence building, you'll get exactly what you need to keep them in or keep them out. High-tensile wire like Stay Tough allows you to build your fence using less materials and labor. So for your next fence project,
come see us at Martin Farm and Ranch Supply in Edinburgh. Just look for the horse.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in the Cal at 956-803-0058 in Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
Your Houston Astros are on the road to visit the Washington Nationals. Tune in later tonight. First pitch at 5:45. Powered by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women and News Talk 710 KURV.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
The Houston Astros took Game 3 in the series against the Tampa Bay Rays 2-0 yesterday and now focus on a road trip against the Nationals in Washington. The Nationals are also a team hovering around 500 on the season, currently one game above at 46-45. Washington is looking to avoid a losing streak after dropping back-to-back games against Pittsburgh. First pitch is set for 5:45 tonight. The Texas Rangers scored first but couldn't hold on to the lead against the Detroit Tigers yesterday by a final score of 6-3. A Jake Berger solo homer in the third got Texas on the board first, but the Tigers responded quickly with a 2-run homer from Riley Green to steal the lead at 2-1. Things continued downhill in the fifth as Detroit used 2 RBI hits with a wild pitch adding on a run as well. Texas would chip away at the deficit in the fifth and eighth with RBI hits from Brandon Nimmo and Ezekiel Duran's homer, but they couldn't catch up for the 3-run loss. Now the Rangers take today off before hosting a 3-game series against the Los Angeles Angels starting tomorrow. With your Texas in the Morning Sports Report, I'm Jet Nelson.
Team USA is in the spotlight at the World Cup tonight, facing Belgium. The U.S. with a win would advance to the quarterfinals for only the third time in history and the first time in 24 years. The Americans will have leading scorer Flo Balogun. He had been suspended after his red card in the round of 32, but FIFA yesterday suspended the red card, making Balogun eligible tonight. World Cup action yesterday, Norway eliminated Brazil 2-1. After the match, Brazil legend Neymar announced his retirement from World Cup play, and England survived 3-2 over Mexico. Sunday baseball included another loss for the slumping Yankees, falling to the Twins 6-1, their 9th loss in 10 games. The Yankees open a big series at division-leading Tampa Bay tonight. And from golf, Chris Gotterup won the PGA Tour's John Deere Classic. I'm Matt McCoy.
Your 710 KURV AccuWeather forecast, partly sunny, hot this afternoon, breezy, highs in the upper 90s to low triple digits with the southeast winds at 8 to 16 miles an hour. Breezy this evening, humid under clear skies, the low down near 80, the southeast wind still at 8 to 16 miles an hour. Then for Tuesday, mostly sunny, breezy, highs in the mid-90s to 100, partly sunny and still very hot on Wednesday, a thunderstorm around, highs in the mid-90s to low triple digits. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina on the Valley's official weather station, 710 KURV.
AccuWeather this hour made possible by Martin Farm and Ranch. Say hi to Dougie out there. Also, Rivera's Machinery on the Expressway in Donna for the best service, best warranty, best price for the long haul. It's Rivera's Machinery. Yeah, and AccuWeather says we're going to be in the triple digits for the foreseeable future. Chances for rain later on in the week. We'll see how that plays out. Valley's News and Weather Station, News Talk 710 KURV. You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV, Valley's Morning News for Monday. We got a check of your money coming up.
It's another season of Houston Astros baseball on News Talk 710 KURV.
First pitch, and he drives it. Good one. It's out of here.
Your Houston Astros are back, and we've got every weeknight and weekend game. All the hits, all the home runs.
Deep to right field. At the wall. Looking out. See you later.
From pregame to postgame, catch it all season long. Right here, Astros Baseball. Powered by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women and News Talk 710 KURV.
You love your mom and dad so much. If you still have them, Oh my goodness. Hug them and kiss them as much as possible. Oh my goodness. I wish I could. I went down that wrong road. Okay. Slow down. I'm going to get all emotional here. All right. Healthcare Unlimited was there for my family, was there for my parents, was there for me, because I had to take care of my parents some years back. My dad was really, really sick. And my mom, well, she's just a lot slower and older after my dad passed away. Healthcare Unlimited was, they were members of a team that I created for the necessary care, especially with my dad being bedridden and sick. He needed a lot of attention. Aside from the daily bath, the bathing, grooming, the meal to be cooked, the cleaning up of the house, all those things. Even just buttoning shirts, which my dad could not do because he was half paralyzed. He couldn't button a shirt. Call Healthcare Unlimited. I love these people. These are godly people, wonderful heart, just beautiful souls. Healthcare Unlimited. They can help you. You're not alone in taking care of your precious mom and dad. They want to be home. You want them to be home because that's where they want to be. That's where they will be happy, in their home. Call Healthcare Unlimited. They can help you. The number to call, 956-994-9911.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC, McAllen Mission.
I'm Dom Savino with Your Money Now. Netflix is trying to solve a big problem: how to keep people coming back for more of the same. Bloomberg reports many of the streamer's hit shows are losing more than a third of their audience from the first season to the second. The struggling sophomores include The Night Agent, One Piece, Four Seasons, and Running Point. Slowly returning to normal in global transit, part of the network from Danish shipping giant Maersk will restart sailing through the Suez Canal rather than going around Africa's Cape of Good Hope. Ships had been rerouted after years of attacks from Yemen's Houthi rebels. Save some room for Krispy Kreme's latest idea: Girl Scout cookies reimagined as donuts. Yes, there's a trio of new desserts inspired by the Girl Scouts that go on sale tomorrow at Krispy Kreme. The new recruits include a Thin Mints donut, a Lemon Ups donut, and a coconut caramel donut inspired by Samoa's and Caramel Delight. On Wall Street, futures are mostly higher. That's Your Money Now.
AccuWeather says we've got the KURV heat alert out, made possible by Lee's Farmers. It'll be partly sunny, breezy this afternoon. 101 will be the high for today. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we might see some thunderstorms starting on Wednesday as well through the end of the week. Valley's News and Weather Station, 710 KURV, made possible by Martin Farm and Ranch in Edinburgh and Rivera's Machinery on the Expressway in Donna. We've got Fox News headlines. Little update coming up next on News Talk 710 KURV.
Don't forget to make the call to Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. As a property manager and property owner, all these commercial roofing systems that you really do need to get checked. That roofing system, if it fails and allows water to come down at you or come down on your customers and expensive equipment, it's going to shut you down for quite a bit of time. And all that means it's money, cha-ching is gone, washed away because of that water that came in. And it takes time to make a repair to a commercial roofing system. Why don't you make the call to absolutely the top commercial roofing outfit in this entire region with almost 130 years of experience. What they do is in the name: waterproofing, Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing, and they want to meet you. And I thank Chamberlain for allowing me to communicate this to you. You call them, text them, that number that I'm going to give you. You can text them, say, "Hey, Serge was talking about you. Come and check my commercial roofs, all of my buildings." And that way they can do one by one, give you a truly professional expert report. What they see is going on up there. If you're in good shape, there's nothing wrong. These folks are godly people, family-oriented business. They're honest. They'll tell you, "Hey, you're in good shape. Call us back in 2 years or something like that." Allow Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing to see your commercial roofing systems for free at 956-655-6178.
Looking for a flexible part-time opportunity with a fun, fast-paced media company? Radio United is hiring a part-time sales coordinator. If you are organized, enjoy working with people, and have great computer and communication skills, bilingual preferred, we'd love to meet you. Help support our sales team. Work with local businesses and be a part of a company that connects communities every day. Apply now by sending your resume to human resources at radiounited.com. Join our team and help make an impact. Radio United is an equal opportunity employer.
Bert Ogden, L&F Distributors, and Capital Farm Credit present the 35th Annual Texas Hunters and Sportsmen's Expo at the McAllen Convention Center, July 17th through 19th. 3 full days of over 275 exhibitors, including guides, boats, RVs, gear, hunts, and yes, fishing too. Whether you hunt, fish, camp, or just love the outdoors, you'll find it all at the Texas Hunters and Sportsmen's Expo. Plus, live music, seminars, demos, giveaways, and special guests with world-famous angler Pedro Source, a live archery show from Frank Addington Jr., and professional predator hunter Gary Robertson. And don't miss the live rattlesnake pit. Kids 12 and under free compliments of Academy Sports. And $5 discounts for all active and retired military and first responders compliments of Texas Regional Bank. Visit huntmcallen.com for info. Brought to you by Pueblo Tires, F&T Motorsports, Tropical Home Furniture, RV Station, Payne Auto Group, and Knapp Medical Center. The Texas Hunters and Sportsmen's Expo, July 17th through the 19th at the McAllen Convention Center. It's a sportsman's paradise.
Information to start your day.
The Valley's Morning News.
News Talk 710 KURV.
And just like that, it's Monday. Hope you had a restful 4th of July holiday weekend. You're listening to 710 KURV. Valley's Morning News for Monday. I'm Zach Cantu. And we got the heat alert out for today, made possible by Lee's Pharmacy. We're going to have temperatures past 100 for the next couple of days. News on 710 KURV, a service of Jay Gonzalez, injury attorneys ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. The funeral procession today in Tehran for Iran's former hardline religious leader killed on the first day of Operation Epic Fury. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu earlier on Fox and Friends describes what some are chanting.
They were shouting, "Death to Trump," death to me, of course, but death to Trump. We have to kill Trump. Death to America.
And that funeral continues until Thursday. Right now, U.S. soccer star Flo Balogun can play tonight versus Belgium, the elimination game in Seattle. But
the Belgian Soccer Federation formally wrote to FIFA to appeal the matter, and the right to appeal was granted.
That's Fox's Jay Berman reporting. Balogun received a controversial red card in the last game, meaning he was originally banned for tonight. He could be banned again if Belgium wins the appeal. The game is on Fox at 8 p.m. Eastern. America's listening to Fox News.
On to the Rio Grande Valley and the mighty Republic of Texas. City of McAllen planning a new park on the north side. The city has purchased 26 acres of land for a proposed park near Lark Community Center. The city is still working on the final design, which could include an Olympic-sized covered swimming pool, a dog park, and a recreation center. They hope to have the park open within 2 years. South Texas is not faring well in a new ranking of educational attainment in America. WalletHub recently compared the 150 largest metropolitan areas in categories like school system quality and attainment of diplomas and degrees. McAllen Edinburgh Mission area ranked last in educational attainment and next to last in the overall score for most educated city. Brownsville Harlingen was 148th overall. Corpus came in 140th. The Texas Medical Association sounding the alarm over certain betting platforms.
Texas has laws against most types of gambling, but not prediction markets, and the TMA wants the age in our state to access those sites raised to 21. Dr. Lindy McGee is the TMA former chair of the group's Committee on Child and Adolescent Health. She says teenagers have a higher risk of developing gambling disorders.
Because during this period of brain development, they have weaker impulse control, more of a drive for pleasure-seeking and risk-taking behaviors, and without those thoughts of future consequences the way a fully mature adult brain should.
The age limit for prediction markets is 18, and she says that means there are seniors in high school walking around with what she calls gambling machines in their pockets. Barbara Schwartz, News Talk 710 KURV.
Do not get me started on loot boxes in video games. The Texas Stock Exchange taking a major step forward today.
This is the first day for the trading of designated test securities on the Texas Stock Exchange. They will start live trading on Friday of selected national market system securities. Those are stocks that are listed on national exchanges. The Texas Stock Exchange could have its own corporate listings later this year. The exchange is based in Dallas. It's currently operating out of temporary headquarters, but will move into its permanent home when a new office tower that's currently under construction in Uptown Dallas is finished next year.
NATO leaders are gathering in Turkey this week for a summit as the Trump administration is continuing to scrutinize the transatlantic alliance. It kicks off Tuesday. European leaders are bracing for a future in which the U.S. plays a smaller role in security and defense. You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV, Valley's Morning News for Monday. We got a check of weather, sports, you name it. More news and information you need to know coming up.
Looking for a flexible part-time opportunity with a fun, fast-paced media company? Radio United is hiring a part-time sales coordinator. If you are organized, enjoy working with people, and have great computer and communication skills, bilingual preferred, we'd love to meet you. Help support our sales team, work with local businesses, and be a part of a company that connects communities every day. Apply now by sending your resume to human resources at radiounited.com. Join our team and help make an impact. Radio United is an equal opportunity employer.
Improve your overall health and enjoy a better quality of life with Dr. T's Primary Care. You're trying to set some new weight goals. If you're too moody or stressed out or just tired and trying to get more sleep, Dr. T's Primary Care can help you with all of that and more. If you're worried about things like low testosterone, Dr. T is a primary care provider from the sniffles to the flu and also offer menopause treatment, peptide treatment, and IV vitamin